You think you don't have the right equipment to start, so let's beat you in bad equipment in this video. When I started at first, I told myself I'm lucky I have my iPhone XS Max to record my video and my voice, edit easily, and edit them even easier with CapCut, especially my short videos. All that daydreaming disappeared when my phone fell into a hole of water on the first day of shooting for my channel. I came back home trying to save. I had put it in rice, trying to dry at least for a little bit, but no, it gets on for a second and goes off again. So it was beyond saving. I was depressed watching TV when I remembered I had a GoPro from years back. After little time searching for it, I found it, and it led us to my first piece of equipment, camera. I use a GoPro Hero 6 for my vlogging recordings. The GoPro Hero 6 might be old by today's standards, but it still holds up surprisingly well, especially if you are just starting out. It shoots 4K at 60 frames per second, which means your footage looks super smooth even if you are moving along. The stabilization on this camera is actually insane for its time. I used it for vlogs, walking shots, even a few cinematic takes, and it still looks stable without any gimbal. The colors straight out of the camera are really punchy, especially if you are filming in daylight. I usually keep it in wide mode to get that immersive look. It just feels like you are there. And because it's so small, it forces you to be creative with your shots. You can mount it anywhere, on a window, on a bottle, or even hold it arm's length like a tiny vlogging setup. Now, of course, good visuals mean nothing without good audio. And that's where I had a new problem. I have been using this microphone for years, for in-game chat, talking to my friends, and now it's my savior for recording voiceovers on my videos. My mic, it's the JTR STD-700 USB. Plug and play straight into my computer. No fancy audio interface required. It's a condenser mic with a cardioid pattern, which basically means it focuses on your voice. Not the creaky door, HVAC dog, or that late night neighbor adjusting his car stereo. Its frequency response runs roughly from 20 Hz to 220 kHz. So it captures everything that makes your voice feel full and real. I don't have a soundproof studio, I don't have an acoustic booth. I recorded this mic sitting on a basic stand next to me. Now he has a broken leg. The voice you are hearing was recorded by the same microphone and enhanced by Adobe Podcast. Next part, the beast. My old friend in dark days, breakups, and loneliness. My computer. I built this thing a while ago, and honestly, it's been my main workhorse ever since I started editing YouTube videos. Inside, it's running an Intel Core i9 9900K 8-core 16 threads, which basically means it handles multitasking like a I can edit, render, and still have Chrome open with 100 tabs and just doesn't care. I've got 16 gigs of RAM, which isn't crazy, but for CapCut, Lightroom, and YouTube level editing, it gets the job done smoothly. The real power player through my RTX 2060 Super. This card may not be the newest out there, but still super reliable for both video rendering and occasional gaming sessions when I need a break. Every thumbnail, every cinematic vlog shot you have seen on this channel so far was edited and exported on this setup. The i9 and the 260 Super combo gives me exactly that speed, stability, and zero excuses. So if you are thinking about starting YouTube and wondering whether you need a top-tier system, trust me, you don't. You just need something solid that keep up with your ideas. And when I'm trapped behind my desk, I use my second camera, my webcam. It's the Logitech Brio 4K. Now I know what you are thinking. A 4K webcam? Isn't that overkill for you too? Maybe. But here's why I chose it and why it works for me. First, resolution. The Brio supports up to 4K 30 FPS and it also handles 1080p at 60 fps, 720p at 90 fps. So if I want ultra crisp face shots, streaming, or a more cinematic look, this thing delivers. The lens is glass, it has autofocus, and you can pick between three fields of view: 65, 78, or 90, depending on how much of your bloom you want in frame. What that means for me, my small room doesn't look tiny, it looks like a studio. Next, lighting help. It features Logitech's bright light tree with HDR, so even when the window light isn't perfect or a lamp is behind me, it still balances things well. For sound, the Brio comes with a built-in dual omnidirectional mix with noise cancelling tech, so even though I'm not in a soundproof studio, I can still capture decent audio. It mounts on monitors, laptops, or tripods, so it fits into my workflow without a messy setup. And by this video, I meant to tell, please don't make the same mistake I made 6 years ago. You will never be ready enough, so if you have the dream of becoming a YouTuber like I have, just start with things you already have. Don't forget to subscribe to be my companion on YouTube journey.